Hey everyone. So I see it's been a while since I did a vlog, or maybe it's been a week, maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. I haven't really kept track. I guess one of the things I want to talk about today is, well, a lot of things actually. One thing is that it's my friend's birthday. Her name's Karen, and I met her about 3-4 years ago. Yeah, about 4 years ago. And she's been a really good friend to me. And amazingly, I actually met her through the IM, or AIM, I guess is how you call it. And it was just a nice friendship that went really nicely. Right now we're really good friends. And yeah, I know it's interesting that you have an actual success story from someone that you meet online. Most of the time you always hear about people who are fake, or so many bad things that happen to people online. I remember one time on K-Rock 106.7, they said they were talking about like the worst and terrible things that happen to you through online, or just online, I guess, dating, if you want to put it. And this one guy said that he met someone and they were talking, and after a while this person invited him to go and stay at her house or apartment or whatever it was. And so he actually went over to Europe and he saw her, and of course they started making out and things like that. And then it turns out that the boyfriend that she had was in the closet hiding, and that the boyfriend actually jumped out and he had a bat and he actually hit him in the leg. And that's what they did, or that's what they do. They find this funny, this idea of meeting strangers, inviting them over all the way over here just so that can happen. Yeah, that kind of sucks. And believe me, I've had my own share of really bad online meetings. Not that I met a person in person, but I've had things go pretty bad when you meet someone and you don't know exactly who they are, and you talk with them and you think they're a friend, but they're really not. They're just being fake, and those are really bad. They're terrible, and you can't tell. That's the worst part. You can't tell who's real and who isn't. And it's a real problem. And the funniest thing is that they can legally do this. They can pretend to be anyone they choose to be. And you might say, so what? But until it happens to you, you're not going to see it from my point of view. It just really sucks. Think of it this way, like a lonely girl 15. When no one knew that she was fake or that it was an actual production, everyone assumed that she was a real person, that she had real problems, that she was actually going through these things. And right when everyone found out that she was fake, and that there was a producer and she had a script and she was an actual actress, she probably lost a lot of people just because she was fake. It seemed like she was taking advantage of you, or leading you on to believe that these were actual events that were happening in her life. So, yeah. I mean, what do you guys think of online, not dating, but just online friendships? When you meet someone, do you really take them for who they are? And we're not even going to go into chat rooms. There's so much spam in there, it's not even funny. One time I went to a Yahoo chat room under, I think, is it relationships, romance, and in there I went into the subcategories, and one of them is like, I don't know, alone or lonely, and I was feeling really depressed that day, and someone messaged or sent me an IM, and I start talking with this person who I assume is a male, and he starts talking as if he wasn't sure what chat room he was in. He's like, hi, how are you, and blah blah blah. And I'm just saying, well, I've had a really bad day and this and that and this and that. and just the way he was acting towards me and what he was saying. And I'm like, are you aware of what chat room you're in? You know, it sounded like he was trying to pick up on me, and I'm like, what? Wait, how? Why? This doesn't make sense. You're in this category. What are you doing here? I even messaged this person. I IM'd him and said, I think you're in the wrong chat room. You're in this, this, and this. And he's like, huh? He had no clue what I was saying. How do people get lost in chat rooms? It's right there. How do you get lost in them? And then, of course, you get all the spam that's in there, too, which is wonderful. Yeah, you get IMs right around. Oh, check out my website. Right, click. Of course, that's what I'm always going to do. That's the reason I come to chat rooms, to get spammed. So yeah, I think online's becoming a bit too much corrupt. You can't even talk to people and assume that they are who they are. And what is the point of prank calling people, or not even prank calling, but going on an IM and pretending to be someone else and get someone else's hopes up, or just talking to someone and lying to them? What is the point of this? Is this fun? Is it... I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like the total stupidity. Anyway, yeah, online. Real fun. So, let's see what else to talk about. It seems like I can't go through a blog without mentioning Gamestop. There's not really much to report right now, although I will have something really big to report in the near future. But let's just say that instead of resos and subs, GameStop is now caring about their performance, or let's say customer service. So if you go into any GameStop and you purchase something, you can go to this website. I believe it's called tellgamestop.com. In fact, I'll type it in and see if I'm correct on this. And yeah, I guess it's tellgamestop.com. Okay, yeah, tellgamestop.com, and you have to have a receipt. And once you have a receipt, you basically do customer feedback, which is what's telling you right here. I don't have a receipt, so I can't really walk you through it. But basically, if you go to a store and it's unorganized, or the people were mean or rude to you, or the line was just way too long, you can actually complain about them. You can actually do something about it. Now, ironically, for all the, I guess, thousands of people that they fired throughout California, and maybe hundreds of thousands of people across the world, because they're worldwide, and I don't know if they were doing that everywhere, but I know they were doing it in California. They fired all these great people just because they can get subs and resos, and now when subs and resos don't count, look, customer service. Wow, maybe they should have thought about that ahead of time. All these people we're firing have excellent customer service. Let's get rid of them now. Yeah, that sounds like a really great idea. So anyway, on every receipt, you can just, I guess they'll ask you for a number or something that's on there, and you just type it in, and they'll ask you for your feedback. When I first went to this website, it actually had a contest where you can win a Wii, a PS3, or I guess a 360 Elite. Something like that. But now it's not here anymore, so I'm assuming throughout the year they'll probably have something like that where you can be entered to win a contest. So if you do go to GameStop and you do buy something, feel free to go ahead and use this. You know, if go ahead and put what you really feel. If they had excellent customer service, then go ahead and put that. If they didn't treat you right, if you felt that took too long, or just something wasn't right, or the way the customer or the way the employee talked to you wasn't good, then go ahead and feel free to complain about that. That's why this is here, and I think it's actually a really good step in the right direction. So I'll even put the link up if you guys want. So feel free to check it out. And yeah, that's what that's gonna be it for GameStop. I'll try not to mention them at all, or in this blog at least. So there was one more thing I guess I wanted to mention, and give me 1 second. Ninja Turtles. they started releasing a bunch of these seasons or volumes or however you want to call them onto DVD. This happened it happened about, what, 2 years ago, I think? This is their newest one, the one I showed you, but look at how it comes in. It's a pizza box. Very strange. Of course, when you open it, that's what's inside, and pop it out with a pizza box on the ground, and inside they have, well, pizza stuff. And look, Raphael. Now, there was one thing that I did want to complain about, and I'll show you guys in about 2 seconds. Okay, 1 second. Okay, this is the first volume that came out back in, I don't know, maybe 2005, maybe 2004. I only had, 15 episodes on it. Okay, that was the first volume. This is the second volume. Keep an eye out on the characters and how their stances are, okay? That second volume. Here's the third volume. Okay, see Donatello right there? Doesn't that look familiar? Don't those look identical? I think so. It seems like they're recycling the cover. In fact, here, see that? Nice little up close view on the next one, volume 4. Now, I don't have volume 5, but volume 5 looks identical to this one. And that is confusing. When I first saw it, just to show you how thick this thing is, when I first saw volume 5, it looked just like this, except it doesn't pop out with three-dimensional wrap. So volume 5, and this is, what, season 4. So it kind of throws you off. How's it volume 5 and then season 4? It doesn't make sense. It seems like it was going backwards. And then, of course, here's volume 6. Again, Donatello right there. But the main thing that I did want to show you guys is that they're recycling the art. See Raph right there? See how happy he looks? And you open up the pizza box one more time, and why look, it's Raph again, with the same exact face. What is up with that? I don't understand. Can they not create their own cover art? It doesn't make sense. I just don't understand. I don't get it. Yes, I'm a Ninja Turtle fan, by the way. Did I mention that? Anyway, yeah, so they're starting to release them slowly by slowly. And sometimes I think that the cover art for these DVDs are a bit too childish. Just the way that they created it, it doesn't look amazing. It looks goofy, I guess you can say. Compared to the comic books that they have and everything else that they market, Ninja Turtles is really supposed to be more respectable. You see them as always fighting and less goofing around, that their stances and the personalities are more fierce, even Michelangelo. And when I see the way that they show these cover arts, it doesn't look too much like what you would expect it to be. You expect it to be like a cover art of a comic book, a really cool picture that shows them all mean, fierce stance and ready to fight. Something that portrays them as how you remember them back in your childhood. But with these, it just really just shows them bizarre. Look, what is Splinter doing? What is that? I don't get it. I mean, is that really how you want to remember them? I mean, I hope they reissue the DVDs and put some better cover art. I mean, I just don't understand why they keep recycling these images over and over again. It doesn't make sense. Maybe someone can explain that to me. But yes. Oh yeah, so moving on from that topic, unless you guys feel free to ask me about those. I went to jury duty. I actually got summoned about 2 weeks ago, and I postponed it because I went on vacation to Oregon. And when now I'm back, I actually had to go again and call in on jury duty. And you call in Monday through Thursday, and Thursday is the last day when you either get dismissed entirely from jury duty, or you actually have to report to the court on Friday at 7:45 a.m. and you spend the whole day there. So I called in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even Sunday, because Sunday you never know if you have to report on Monday. So Thursday I called in and it tells me please report. I don't know what chances are of being postponed and then still having to report on a Friday. So I go there again, the second time, and again, it's just a huge room full of people, and they tell you about jury duty and what might happen, and yeah, they just do a normal walkthrough of the whole process. Anyways, you're there, and they start calling names. Of course, they never call my name. Not that I would want to be put onto a panel, but I'd find it interesting if I was. So they give you an hour and a half break, and you get to walk, leave the building if you want, get some food, come back, and just basically it's like a huge kickback area. And usually they keep you there until 4 or 5 o'clock, which without the break is still about 8 or 9 hours that you're just waiting there, which isn't too much fun. But amazingly, they cut us a break, and all the panels got filled, which means they don't need the jurors anymore. All of us extras who didn't get called, they don't need us. So they actually released us early. I got released like around 1 or 2 p.m., which is pretty nice. The one, I guess, sad thing, maybe it's me, I don't know, is when you're in a room full of strangers, no one talks to each other. It's like you're all waiting, just listening for your name. Some people actually do talk to each other, but most of the time it's really bizarre. It's not like you can go up to them and say, "Hi, how are you?" It's really odd, because everyone's there, and if you start talking to someone, you walk up to someone, everyone's going to stare at you, because you're doing something that's interesting, I guess, or I don't know. It just seems really, really odd. So it's really difficult to meet people or sometimes make friends. The last time I was there, I did actually make a friend, and it was really nice. And they're still my friend today. And coincidentally, when I last had jury duty, it was actually on my birthday, which kind of sucked. Okay.
Daniel and Nathan.
Okay.
And Michael.
And that's my mom, just in case you guys are hearing her. And today's coincidentally my aunt's birthday, which I'm really thrilled to celebrate. Yay. I'll explain that later. So anyway, company's already here, and so I guess I'm just going to finish up my blog. The last thing I really wanted to talk about was Wired. While I was in jury duty, they had magazines there, and this was one of them that I picked up. And it talks about amazing things. Just new electronic science, all the things that have to do with technology. And I just found it amazing. I tried to read the entire magazine, but then we got dismissed. So I made it my goal yesterday to actually go and buy the magazine. Turns out you can subscribe to it for an entire year for $10. Who knew? Anyway, I found it really fascinating. If you guys want, go ahead and take a look. Browse through the Wire magazine. If you're a technology person, go ahead and do it. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. And there was something I did want to talk about, and I'm probably going to make another blog maybe later on today or tomorrow about it. But until then, you guys take care, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.